All right, let's go. Wakey, 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 wakey. Huh? How are we on? How are we? I can't talk. I should just end the stream now. I already can't talk. Jesus. How are we on this fine Friday? It's cold outside. It's been like 100 for 8 straight days. It is, I'm not making this up. It's 68. It's 68 degrees and it's breezy too. I still got to have the air on because it's so freaking humid. But we get one day, and then tomorrow it's going to be like 92 again. Then it goes back down to normal. So I didn't get a chance to go fishing today, unfortunately. I had other things I had to tend to this morning because I have an appointment this afternoon. So hopefully next week I'm able to get out there. Maybe this afternoon after my appointment, depending on how life goes. All right, let's blow up this chat. Let's see what we got going on here. Man, at the start of the season, I could read the chat from here. Now I think I see, hold on a second, just do an experiment here. All right, so I see Colin. I don't know who that is. I want to think that's Bex, but I'm not sure. Prowagan, I see that. Absolute Cinema, I see that. I can't read that. There's one here I can't read at all. YouTube has changed how it's showing up. Hold on a second. Now I got to blow it up. Oh, that's Simon. Okay, how we doing, buddy? There's some I couldn't read, man. Jeez, the eyes have gone so bad. Trent Frederick stayed in Edmonton 8 years, 3.85. Jeez. Wow. So that was not Bex. That was Knights. That was Knight, 1990. That tells you how bad my eyes are. Tacoma. Yeah, we traded Sword if he was just a boy. Seems like a decent deal for Edmonton. Yeah. Just they gotta take care of Bouchard now, right? So Simon, I did get to the gym this morning, but I just didn't have enough time. Woke up a little bit later than I wanted to. Didn't have enough time to fit in to do what I needed to do, go fishing and be here at noon. So I chose you. I chose you all over going fishing. Hey, Jason, Florida Panthers den. JC, is that you? Disguised. They're showing me the way it's showing up here. They've YouTube or StreamYard has changed how it's displaying. So he says Panthers traded Jaws into puppets for a bag of coffee grounds. Best trade Zito ever made. Yeah, that's fine. And the puppets. Well, now that I don't have the dogs, I'm kind of useless anyway, right? Right? Hey, David, Kyle. Yeah, they've changed. StreamYard, this is going to screw with me for a while because, hey, Craig, it's showing me your guys at. So instead of like, it's got David Smith -LJ1YZ. It's got at Kyle H Oilers now. So it's like it's changed how all your names are displaying. Your avatars are still the same, but like Xeno R5W, I'm going to assume that's Xenomorph. I'm going to assume, yeah. Xeno say, why is chat not showing the usernames? Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not StreamYard, it's YouTube. All right. Damn it. So now that's stupid. Breaking news, Panthers trade Jaws, Kyle, 5 pucks, Erasmus, and Splin for Brady Tkachuk. So does that mean I got to move to Ottawa? Is that do I got to start making Senators videos now? Knight, who are you? Knight 1990. Who are you? There's Green Loogie. Yeah, this is annoying as hell. Yeah, JC, that's you. Yeah. You were the first one I recognized. I'm going to assume that's Adonis because it's saying Aiden DeMattels. I'm going to assume that's you, Adonis, because I know the avatars. This is going to take some getting used to. Poor Kyle's going to freak out. He says, imagine we let Ekblad walk, trade for Bouchard, and give him 8 by 9.5, then get Bennett at 8 by 7.5, Marchand at 3 by 3. Best case scenario, but not the Bouchard part, right? No, couldn't do that. Oh, that's what 16, 17, 20. You'd have to trade. Even trading Erod, we wouldn't have the money for that. Even trading Erod, right? Simon, so far, Simon, the internet's doing fantastic. Better at $180 a month. So that's Bex? Jeez. Damn it. Why is YouTube doing this? I'll have to do some research. What a bummer. Rumors are Bouchard wants close to $10 million. Damn. Trade Bob? No, he can't trade Bob. No. Surfsack, you're moving to Florida. Fantastic. Leafs and Jays. Yeah, I saw that. Big C said that. I saw he said that. You know, I saw he said that. Yeah, he's been a long-time fan. Yep. Yeah, you guys pull. Yeah, you got to kick me to Ottawa. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want Bouchard either. Yeah, it's all YouTube, man. Lantana. Oh, yeah. It's hot. It's hot in Lantana. It's hot in Lantana. I mean, a trade for Anderson is possible. We talked about that last night. I think we talked about that last night. Yeah. Bouchard will take our spontaneous criticism for Ekblad. Exactly. Good point. Good point. Hey, Ryan. It's because I can't read it. It's because I don't have my glasses on, Adonis. I got Aiden. Oh, Demetrius. Is that it? Because I couldn't read. Is it Demetrius or Demetrius or Demetrius? Which one? Demetrius. We'll sing it. We'll just sing your last name. You're Demetrius now. That's it. It's over now. Yeah, I don't watch Rats and Cats. Their stuff doesn't come up in my feed. I like Caesar. He's a good guy. That's what I'll say about Rats and Cats. Hey, Frank. Anyone seen the pasta? No. What the hell would we want for pasta? What do you think is going to happen for the draft tonight? I mean, we only have a 4th round pick at this point, right? Until we give that away. We don't have I believe we don't have a 1, 2, or a 3 this year. I think we looked at that before, and we didn't even have a pick until the 4th round. Yeah, not until the 4th. Yeah. Apparently, there's a rumor going around that the Cats are interested in getting pasta. I don't know why. Dematize. Okay. Like Nyes like ties like Nyes. Yeah, now the rumor about Erod getting traded, that's definitely a possibility. But if Rodriguez is getting traded, I think that means we're going to keep Ekblad. Why would we want pasta? I mean, remember for like a week, they were sure that we were going to get Marner. Like, who starts these rumors? No, why? We certainly wouldn't want Perry. We only need a 4C. Who says we're losing Marchand? I don't believe anything I see on Twitter. If it's just rumors and stuff, I don't believe that at all. I was singing your last. Matt Ice. Okay. So you're like Ice, East. I'm not real good with my English, man. English is my second language. I'm not even from this planet. Absolute says, I wouldn't mind possibly how we would afford him. You have to get rid of Erod and Boquist. Screw it, get McAvoy in here too. He was my favorite USA Four Nations player after the Kachuk brothers. Why everybody always trying to give us, I don't know. Frank says, Mackey had the same production as Erod. Don't mind him getting traded. Yeah. Nah, we don't need Perry. If we don't have Marchand, you just if you don't sign Marchand, then there's no need to trade Rodriguez. You see what and Rodriguez will be on that third line. If you lose Marchand, if you give Bennett 7.5 and you give Ekblad 7, that's 14.5. If you give Samoskevich 1.5, you got 16. You got enough to pay Tarasov and a seventh defenseman. If you lose Marchand, there's no reason to move Rodriguez. So Rodriguez would be that spot. Oh, the guy on Spittin' Chicklets. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's all you need to know. Exactly, Colin. I just need to see the notification for Bennett, Ekblad, and Marchand extensions. Exactly. Matt on the ground, and then finally Ice. So like Stephen Weiss. So Dematice, like Stephen Weiss. Are you Stephen Weiss? Craig says E-Rock can play C and it makes no sense to trade him. Yeah, if we had to, but if we don't sign Marchand, there's no reason to move Rodriguez. Oh, Keandre Miller? No, Frank, no. What the hell's the name of the guy that I want? I always forget his name. Hiroshoku, right? Isn't that his name? And Erod doesn't take a lot of penalties. Good point, Fly Guy. Hey, Mr. Vids. Yeah, Perry's 40. I can't imagine that. Hurricanes fan said he saw Hot Take Hockey saw us getting Perry at $2 million. Why? Why would we want to do that? Makes no sense. Bennett already signed. We notice big questions are Eki and Marchand. Right. Rodriguez is leaving for sure. He started a bunch of crap with McDavid, Chance, and got Kachuk and Anton Lundell on video, caught it. Oh, we know that we know that he did that. I don't mean this to be disrespectful. I genuinely don't, Kyle. I genuinely don't mean this to be disrespectful, but I'm being completely honest with you. I think I can speak for at least most people that winning 2 cups changes your attitude a little bit, and you're kind of like, you know what? F yeah. Like with what the boys are doing in terms of, it does sometimes appear to be a little bit disrespectful and trolling and all of that. But I guarantee you, as a fan, before winning cups, I would agree with some of what people are saying. But the excitement and the feeling of winning the 2 cups will change you. It's like having kids. It changes you. And I'm just being honest. Frank says, I would give Marshy 5.3 for 6 and then buy him out heavy on the bonus. Only if you, Frank, we looked at this in the salary cap thing a couple days ago. You can only do bonuses for the first year if you're going to buy him out because he's over 35. So if you're going to go heavy on the bonuses, you can only do it in year one. Otherwise, you can technically buy him out, but you're going to have no cap relief. It really gets complicated. Yeah, we get a lot of hate anyway. Cuban Pasta's not coming to the Panthers. Yeah, Zeno says, I think people are just throwing names out there for shits and giggles. I've heard Burns for the third pairing way too many times now, right? The rumors just get crazy. Vincent, yeah, attitude adjustment. Exactly. Green Louis says, yeah, you go to 3 playoff finals as always having odds put against you. Yeah, hell yeah. You're chanting chirps. Exactly. Lil J says, my question is, how bad will the hangover be this year? A bad start. We could be missing the playoffs for first time in a while. I don't see that happening. I don't think the start is when the hangover will come. I think the same time that we usually have our hangover. March, late February to March. The Olympics might intrude with that a little bit, but I think they'll do the same thing they kind of did, which was start so well and then have I think March is the time they'll have their hangover, my opinion. Paragon says people should be less sensitive. I grew up in the UK and football with soccer. It's much more harsh, no doubt, right? Fly Guy, you think the CBA ends buyouts after this season? I know it's ending the LTIR. We're still trying to get, just S. Okay, so it's just S. Okay, so DeMattis. All right, there we go. I think I might have it right. I'm not an English student. Lil J says, I don't care how deep the roster is. They've clearly partied harder this year, right? Hey, Colby. Yeah, no, definitely not going to Ottawa. I quit if I have to go to Ottawa. I'll just retire. Do I get a severance? If they trade me to Ottawa, do I get a severance? 50%. I'll quit working for 50%. That's always been my master plan, was to blow up the channel to the size that it annoyed Vinny Viola so much that he contacted me to pay me off so I stopped making the stinking videos. That's actually my retirement plan. Colby. What's the topic? Apparently the rumor is we're trying to get pasta from Boston, but that's a rumor. Frank says, real question, if we got a second and a 6th for Sordiff, we can get 31st round picks for Rodriguez. We'll get less for him. We'll end up getting less for Rodriguez. We'll get like a 3, maybe. Probably more like a 4 because of his age and the salary. Sordiff, he'll take, he's going to get paid $1 million at most, and he's a good young player. Fly Guys, my question is, how bad will the Olympics affect our guys? I mean, we said the same thing with 4 Nations this year, right? So we'll see. Colin says, yeah, in January or March. Hey, thank you, Cuban. Thank you, Cuban, buddy. He says, inside source David Pasternak to the Cats. There are no inside sources. Anybody on Twitter saying they have an inside source to the Panthers, I guarantee you, is either lying or going to get fired. Bouchard thinks he's as valuable as Bob, right? Ekblad being difficult, nothing new. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Absolute. Use the Olympics as a networking opportunity. Hey, I got it right, Adonis. I can't imagine I can't imagine why we would even move. Why would we change anything? Yeah, Yoki Haru. Thank you, Hurricanes fans. Yeah, Yoki Haru. That's the guy I want if we move on from Ekblad. That's the guy I think we could get him. Zeno says with the LTIR changes, Mark still might have to play a full season. Pragan says Puckpedia lists Tkachuk as LTIR. Interesting. Yeah, they haven't announced anything yet, but that's an interesting. Beck says, I call BS in the pasta trade. I can't imagine why. I mean, why? Why? Where? Who? How? Right. Exactly. What is he? Vincent says you want to trade me to Winnipeg. Can you trade me somewhere warm? What is his contract? Oh, for freaking hell, he's got a 11.25 cap hit. Why are we even having this discussion? Why would we even have that discussion? Like, what are you gonna do? Move for Hagee for pasta? I mean, it don't make no sense. You know, it would not make any sense to just suddenly make him the highest paid player on the team. Just, I don't know where people get this stuff from. Like, why? I do not want to go live for that video. Let me tell you. Yeah, he's 11.25, right? Absolute says with Zito saying Erod, Boquist, and the picks from the sortive trade for pasta, that doesn't do anything for us. We don't have cap space for that. What are you going to do? Put him on your third line? Are you going to put him with Bennett and Tkachuk and move Sam Iskevich down to the third line with Lundell and Luosterainen? But you don't have the cap space for that. I mean, all right, let's just play imaginary. Let's just play imaginary land here. We got 19 million. Bennett gets 7.5. So that leaves us 11.5 million. If Pasta would take up all of the rest of the cap. So you'd have to trade Rodriguez to have enough money to sign Samoskevich and the backup goalie. You wouldn't have money for a seventh defenseman, and you would have to go Bennett, Pasta, Tkachuk, Samoskevich, Lundell, Luosterainen. But what would we have to give up for them to get them? They're not going to give us Pasta for nothing. They're going to do like 8 freaking first round picks. Colby says the Oilers will consider moving on from Stuart Skinner if there's a clear replacement. I'm sure they could trade one. Exactly, Jay. And who would we even trade? Panthers have picked 112, 128, 129, 192, and 224. Jaws to Dallas for Lindell. No, No. Screw you guys. If you trade me, you trade me to the Lightning. Screw you guys wanting to trade me. I'll go to Tampa. If I get traded, I'm just going to retire for a year. I'll be a free agent, and I'll go right to the Lightning. There. That settles that. Screw you guys. David says, I need to head back down here. We can share a 3-bedroom house for only, say, $3,500 a month. That's double what I pay for this house. And this house it's a 4 1, 2. It's a 4-4 with 2 master bedrooms, 3,400 square feet and 3 acres. I pay half that $3,500 a month. They're gonna have to. Hey, Bex, there you go. Good job. Smart idea. Yeah. Good idea. Fly Guy says Darnell Nurse allegedly removed the Oilers from his Instagram account bio and turned off his comments. Oh, yeah, I think we heard that they might move on from him, right? David says we could get something in the hood for maybe $2,000 to $2,500. You've always lived in the hood, so it doesn't bother you. Oh man, they're gonna have to drag me out of this house on a gurney. Like that's how I leave this house, unless God himself comes down and says, "My son, you may no longer live here." I ain't going nowhere. That's it. Fly Guy says you brought it up because the guys on Game Notes on Spit and Chicklets channel brought it up. Gotcha. Yeah, the math doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, Jen, I agree with JN. Pasta for Bolquist. 90% salary retained. Though, I mean, I like Bolquist. You're gonna have to eat Pasta's salary. Adonis, yeah. David says Tampa's a dump and a hurricane magnet. Fort Lauderdale is way nicer. Now, they want to trade me though. I have a no trade. Yeah, you guys would still have Kyle. I see. Kyle is. I hate to tell you. This. You need me to get Kyle to do it. Without me, you guys might get like 8 streams a year. The rest of them, I drag him kicking and screaming. Let's go. Might be a bit hyperbolic. Oh, Windy City, the Blackhawks Centennial jersey was released. Nice. Colby says, my dad jokingly said with the 7th round pick, the Panthers will draft their next franchise Hall of Famer goalie. Right? Vincent says, apparently this has something to do with Lundell. No. Why in God's name would we even consider doing that? Send me to Vancouver? No. Hey, Bucks. Latest on the Panthers is there's a wish list rumor from somebody that the Panthers are interested in Pasta. I mean, I prefer Linguini, to be honest with you. I guess Linguini is Pasta, but you get the point. You do not want to see me have to go live for that move because there's no. Craig says Kyle streams would have to be from Duncan if Jaws gets traded. Yeah. Yeah. Simon, yeah, no, I'm definitely not going anywhere. As long as I mean, the dogs are buried in the yard. So, like I said, unless the architect of this crazy simulation forces me out, this is where I will be. Lil J says, I guess if we really wanted to let Ekblad and Bennett walk, Pasta could work. I can't imagine that we would do that, though. I mean, you just blow up the whole culture of the team. This wouldn't make any sense. Vince says, rumor has it we're finally getting a proper hockey streamer and sending Jaws far away. Bucks, I probably won't go live tonight. Donna's coming in. We'll see how awake she is. She's had a rough week at work. If she needs to just come home and go to bed, we'll see how it goes. I want to save it for when we got news. JD, oh, you just got a stick from Nathan Horton. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. Bex, yeah, the Panthers winter jersey is going to be expensive. I can't imagine. Parag says maybe Brad has infiltrated the Panthers fully and is bringing over the Bruins stars. I mean, Pasta's got like a million more years on that contract. Trade me to the Leafs. Thought it would be cool if we traded for a hole for the Blues backup. Apparently, he's seeking an extension with them, but it would be cool if we got him to learn behind Bob. We still will have one more. I haven't given up on Alex Lyon. My guess, I say you sign Lyon, but you give him a two-way contract, right? You might actually need to give Tarasov a two-way contract. Sign another guy for them to compete, and then see how it goes. I mean, we know we're going to have another guy because I guess the feeling is that we won't be able to afford Kakinen now too. You know, you got to have a veteran guy in your AHL system. Although it'd be nice to see Cooper Black start getting some of those starts, right? You know, we sure do interesting. Our young goalies, we seem to do the same thing to them. Like, we called up Drieger, right? We called up Drieger, and then we ended up trading for Kakinen. So Kakinen goes to the AHL level. And so instead of letting Cooper Black get that experience in the postseason, you got Kakinen getting it. And he played so well, he's probably priced out of our range now. So I would kind of like to have seen Cooper Black getting those reps and give him that experience. But we kind of do the same thing to any young goalie we get. We're like, we kind of just block them. Even in the AHL level, right? Dave says, Jaws stays until the Finns and Cats win it all in the same year. Oh, boy. Oh, I better live to be 116 years old. That's for damn sure. I better live to be old. I have to outlive the boys anyway because I can't leave Kyle taking care of Matthias. So I have to outlive everybody. 116 sounds about right. So what am I, 53? I'm going to be on year 10. When I turn 54, I'll be on year 10. So at 163, let's see, 46, 16, 62, 70. That'll be 72 years. So we'll do 75 years of me streaming the games. I think by then I'll be pretty well blind. I'll just have to call the game by this. But I'll need a Braille TV. Kate says, I was hoping they used the Leaping Cat or variation of it on the Winter Classic jersey. I know a lot of people hoping for that. But, you know, not so sure how Viola feels about the cat there, the old one. David says, I was really hoping the Finns will make a run in my lifetime, but it's getting late. Yeah, it's getting late, all right. Unfortunately. So, let me see. Let's see who is the Schmeckel on Twitter saying David Pastrnak? God, that's already in there. Let's see. This is confirmed. According to Denick Sport, Florida has great interest in David Pastrnak. Obviously, the price is very high. However, Bill Zito is a wizard. Florida has the pieces to do it. So this is just this one tweet. Why would we even So who is this? Who's confirmed this at Denick Sport? Oh, he's not. I'm not saying anything to be disparaging, but he's not even English speaking. I can't read anything he's saying. So how is he? This guy don't look like he's legit. He's like covering soccer and whatnot. Ah, man, I don't know about this. I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. Yeah, I mean, why would we even? Oh, so it's another one of those check writers. So the guy spreading the rumor is somebody from Czechoslovakia. Yeah, if you read the thread, this is just it's insane. Yeah, anything for clicks is what people are saying. You're saying like the deal would have to be something like for Hagee, Forsling, Lundell, Samuskevich. He says, but I imagine a package like for Hagee, Forsling, Lundell, and Samuskevich. He's getting ratioed to bits. Jesus. So, yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Unbelievable. And this stuff happens. This stuff happens every year this time of the year. And it always, it's usually the teams that are winning get involved, right? Vincent says he's just Patrick. The rumor is that the Panthers are going to make a trade for David Pastrnak. That's the jeez. Absolute says, I want to trade the Bruins, Erod, and Cooper Black, right? Yeah, Craig said, yeah, 3/4 of the top six and Forsling. Yeah, for one guy, right? Oh, my God. Colin, why not do a reaction to the crazy rumors? It's not a bad idea. It would get clicks. It would get views. But, my God. Oh, my God. How do you even like, and there's Panther fans obviously that are like, what? I love waking up to delusion in the morning, but here I'll show you. I'll show you the guy that. Hold on a second. Let me put this here. Where's Twitter? Yeah. So he says. This Ronos has confirmed, according to Denick Sport, Florida has great interest in Pastrnak. Obviously, the price is very high. However, Bill Zito is a wizard, and Florida has pieces to do that. And here's the guy. Here's the guy that supposedly confirmed it. He runs a soccer podcast. He runs a soccer podcast. And this is the guy telling us all that the Panthers want Pastrnak. I mean, Twitter is just an amazing place. Absolute amazing place. A Czechoslovakian soccer podcast is confirming the Panthers want Pastrnak. Oh, my God. Yeah, they're smoking a good meth, right? Jeez. JC says, did you know 2 stones in your hand or 1 in the bush, but if you trim the bushes, If you trim the bush, the two stones will show. Well done. I butchered it, but well done. Josh don't like new players. Oh, man. Vincent says, milk the shit out of free agency time. It might feed me through the summer. I know, right? No joke. No joke, man. Yeah. Donna says, bro just logged on back from the Irish pub last night and dumped this out there, right? Oh, my whole thing went away. Hold on a second. Why did my screen not go back to the way it's supposed to? What the hell happened? Hold on a second. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I know. I need a new backdrop. Yeah. Nick did that for me. I had Fluffy there. And then when I went on vacation, he changed it to that. And I don't remember how I even did it. Oh, here we go. Background. Yeah. See, so last year's background. JC says, I'm tired of all these rumors. Even new Panther fans are filled with clickbait BS. Fine Fluffy keeps it real. No rumors, just predictions that come true. Exactly. Yeah, I've seen some. There's one guy, it's not his, he's working for there's a company that does a channel for each individual team, and they got a guy working on the Panthers. They pay for targeted marketing, so he's getting a ton of views and whatnot because they pay to have this stuff advertised just in a very small location, so which is not something that is remotely close to in my budget. So I like it natural. We'll grow the channel to 100,000 subscribers by the time I'm 100 years old. That's actually not a bad goal. 100,000 by the time I'm 100. We could probably do that, right? We could probably pull that off. Silver says, my dad's a soccer fan, and he thinks we're going to trade Barkov, Bennett, and Lundell to Vancouver for a sixth in game. Simon, yeah, the rumors are out of control, man. Hell yeah, Frank. I know you'll be buying a jersey. I know. Frank, how many days did you, by the way, how many days did you stay sober when you promised to stay sober if we came back and won that game? No, not Locked On, Zeno. Locked On's a good guy. There's another guy that's new. I think it's like Panthers Digest. Locked On doesn't advertise. It's somebody else. But he works for – it's a company. It's like Panthers Digest, Rangers Digest. It's kind of like Locked On. There's a Columbus fan going around, Oilers fan saying Elvis is available. Please take him. Fly. Yeah, no, I get it, bud. Yeah, Panthers Digest. Yeah. Holy crap. Thank you, Great White. God damn. Thank you, Great White. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Certainly Saturday and Sunday, at the very least, I will still be live at noon. So that's a guarantee. If we make any kind of moves or if there's any really big moves, obviously, I'll pop on live. I don't have any plans to go anywhere. So I'll be checking Twitter. You guys that have my phone number, if something happens, feel free to text me. So we'll definitely be here all weekend in terms of But we'll be definitely live noon Saturday and Sunday. That's the bare minimum. And then I guess when the Pasternak deal hits, I guess I'll have to go live for that. You don't want to see me live for that deal. Unless it's just going to be like, our 28, 29, 30 first round picks. And all we had to do was give him Erod, and Boston took half his salary. Okay, fine, whatever. Frank, you drank every day. Hey, Kyle. I think that was him going into his room. Thank you again, Great White. Appreciate that, brother. Frank says that's why we won the cup. Bex, yeah, Panthers Digest. Yeah, they they pay for targeted marketing, so it is what it is. Right? Yeah, it's got the that's not. I don't even know that they do their own titles and stuff. I think he just sends the videos into them, and they take care of all the thumbnails and the marketing and all of that. Yeah, no, exactly, JC. Yeah. I appreciate that, bud. So Beck says, do you think players read the rumors of their own trade and laugh and then start to worry slightly that they're actually talks? Yeah. Hey, all you need to know about how tight-lipped the Panthers are is the only reason, and I'm saying this sarcastically, so don't anybody take it overly serious, but the only reason anybody even had a clue about the Tkachuk trade with Huberdeau and Weegar is because my dumbass said something 3 days before the team even knew it was going to happen. I had to have a migraine, take oxycodone, get pissed off on Twitter that people were talking about trading Lundell, go downstairs, give Zito the trade idea. Then he called Calgary, just like I told him to, and they made the deal. They don't even know what they're doing. I'm being sarcastic. But there's no loose lips in that organization. There's nothing that gets out. Absolutely nothing. There were no rumors about Huberdeau. You know what I mean? And when Bill gave the press conference, the day I made the video was the day he said that Calgary and him really started to talk. So nobody got wind of that. You know what I mean? There was no, which is what made the prediction the thing it was, because there was no rumors, there was nothing. And the point there is that the Panthers, they're tight. They don't let stuff out. Silva says, so what do you think Zito's going to do with those draft picks? Please say it's better than what sort of could have been. Or Charlotte fans saying he could have been a viable replacement for Marchand. He definitely would have been, but my assumption is because we traded him, my assumption is that means we're going to keep Marchand. Yeah, the rumors thing is just, I will never do that. You know what I mean? It's just not my thing. Florida, yeah, JC says, yeah, like the Leafs channel, Leafs channels to say the truth with Marner revealed. Right. I'm just not going to, you know what I mean? Like I want the channel to grow and I want to do well, but what am I going to do? Change who I am year 10? You know what I mean? It's like, I just keep doing what I'm doing and that's what we're going to do. You know, now I've got some new stuff coming, but the rumor thing, that kind of thing, you know, this is insane. You know what I mean? That is just not coming for me. I can't do it. It's like, it feels fake. You know what I mean? It feels fake. Huh. Zeno says, since the Sabres are making awful trades, we may as well try to get Darlene from them for 50% retention. Sure, why not? Yeah, JC, the Florida tax thing needs to stop. Good point he makes. He said, why would Gudas leave for California for a $1 million difference? Why would OEL, Lombard, or Lawrence leave for Canadian teams? Good point. That's a really good point. Hey, David. Yeah. Frank. Yeah, I know. I hope. I know Roddy's being reading on social media, right? Yeah. About 14%. You know, that makes sense. Oh, will I ever wear a suit? I won't wear a suit and tie to a funeral. I won't. I've actually, other than my blues, other than my Air Force blues, I didn't wear a suit and tie to my own wedding. Not going to happen. My birthday is August 22nd, so it's possible we could do a birthday stream. Sure. I never thought about that, but why not? Frank says, did anyone see how miserable Brady Tkachuk was celebrating? Get him out of Ottawa. Yeah. Kyle says, in the NHL prospects poll, the youngsters named Bobrovsky is the best goalie in the league. He's a massive pain in the ass to play against, I'm sure. Yeah, the 2 cups, the new thumbnail with the 2 cups, right? Vincent, no, it wasn't an inside job. Definitely was not. Stamkos said that would be crazy. Tavares signed in Toronto. Okay, that's good. Breaking news, Bucks. So 4 years at 4.38 for Tavares. All right, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal for him. That's definitely team friendly. That's not bad. So that helps them out a lot. If anybody was going to be trying to make a trade for Pasta, wouldn't it be Toronto? Like if they're going to lose Marner, I mean, that makes sense. Like if Boston was looking to move Pasta, wouldn't Toronto make way more sense? They would probably have the space, right? Exactly, JC. Yeah, no, 4.38 for Tavares. That's a good deal for Toronto. That's a good one. That's not bad. Frank says, if we continue to succeed, owners should invest in a new state-of-the-art arena. Got to tell you, been to the new Kraken in Vegas one, and their arena is sick. Well, they did just build the practice facility, and they are upgrading the scoreboard and some of the seating this year. So maybe that's the route that they're going right now. Trey, I was joking when I said Sweeney would give Pasta to us. Vincent says, that is Ekblad money, I guess, when he's showing attitude. Kane says, is Marshy doing cameo so we can supplement the friendly deal he's going to give the Cats? Maybe, right? We could crowdsource them. The $400 is a lot, though. But there's some rich people down there. Like, let's see, how many people have to buy $400 messages for him to make up the $4 million? How many is that? Is that 10,000 times 400? Is that the right math? Is that enough zeros? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think so, right? I'm doing that on the top of my head. 10,000, yeah. So if 10,000 people did his, can you imagine he'd have to do 10,000 cameos? You better learn how to do AI real quick, right? Fly Guy says, I've been saying we got him a Dairy Queen contract to make up the difference. Vinny's just got to buy him his own Dairy Queen franchise, right? This is easy. It's not difficult, Vinny. He's got the money. Hell, he could buy the mall that the DQ franchise was in. Just give him a standalone. Or get him a DQ franchise at the arena, right? Kane says, for $400, you better bring me blizzards to my door. let's see, 10,000 of them. If he could do like maybe 10 a day, it's 200 a week. He could get it done in a year. JC says Marchand is at the end of his career. If he wants to keep winning, he needs to stay. Ekblad should bet on himself and do the hometown a solid, sign a 1-year deal, and then get the better contract with us. Zito did say he bought a Dairy Queen. Marchie and AI Bigfoot and the DQ that would be right. That was Kyle. Bucks, why the Oilers haven't re-signed McDavid yet? My assumption is he wants to see what goalie they're going to go with. If you're McDavid, do you want to re-sign if they're just going to keep going with Skinner and Picard? I don't think so. Anthony says, I'm fine with losing Justin because I trust the scouting department for the Panthers when it comes to late round draft picks. Yeah, I mean, look, he's going to be good. He's just, there was no place for him. There's no space. You know? We did all the work. I think that's why we got a 2 out of him, because it's not like a question mark. You still don't know how he's going to pan out at the NHL level, but he's ready to try. You know what I mean? He's ready. Trey says the people are saying Marchand to Toronto for $4 million. Come on now. The rumors are crazy, man. Rumors are crazy. The one dude, what was the package? The package for pasta. Hold on a second. What was it? One guy says Lundell, Samoskevich, Mikula, and Picks. Right. So just throw away. And then another one was a package like Verhaeghe, Forsling, Lundell, and Samoskevich. My God. Yeah, I'm just reading it. It's just crazy. Yeah, nobody's really buying it. Nobody's really buying it. I mean, why? Kane says, what jerseys do I think will she retired in 15 years? I think right now you're talking about Barkov and Bobrovsky. If we win 3 in a row, especially if we win 3 in a row, then you might see a bunch of them get retired. A bunch. Like, how do you pick and choose from the guys if they win 3 in a row? Like, how do you pick and choose who? Right? Because Lundell would have been here the whole time. Lusterino would have been here the whole time. Like, it could be a lot. Simon, no, I don't. I'm not into the cake thing. I'm not a big cake person. I don't mind a piece here, maybe cheesecake, maybe a cheesecake. Colby says the clickbait drives views. I know it. It's the truth. Anthony, yeah, I can understand what you're saying there. So it's 4 years, $17.52 million. His contract expires at the end of the 28-29 season. All right. The Sporting News is trying to say he's going to take 4x4 with the Leafs. I mean, if you get Bennett 7.5 and Ekblad takes 6, 13.5, the leaves 5.5. Dun, dun. I mean, it could be a situation, Trey, where the only way that we could sign Marchand would be to trade Rodriguez, and then if Zito opts not to do that, I mean, I guess it's in the realm of possibility that Toronto would do that. I can't imagine why Marchand would want to do that, but how low is he supposed to go, right? And Marchand starts doing Tim Hortons worry. Yeah, good point. Yeah, Real says Erod, Boquist, and the picks in the sort of trade for Pasta. Sure, but they got to retain like 80% of the salary. That's all. Yeah, the Leafs media trying to make deals happen for the Leafs. Nothing new. Right. Right. Oh, you thought I said King? Trey says Bob and Barker are from the Hall of Fame. It's hard to get in there than a jersey retirement. Then you have guys like Reinhart, Kachuk, who are probably right, and probably Hall of Fame is definitely jersey retirement. Then you've got Bennett forcing Ekblad that will all have a shot. They start in the press conference with a new CBA on Sportsnet. Would I have rather Marchand or Pasta? Oh, Marchand. He fits. He's a perfect piece for us. Kane says, if Eki leaves, do we hang an orange cone banner from the rafters? Bill Zito is the best GM in professional sports. Change my mind. Yeah, would I retire Chucky, Reinhart, and Bennett's jerseys even though they weren't drafted? Sure. Adonis, yeah, no, that Tavares contract is good. I wonder if they're still trying to. Well, they might be trying to save room for if Pasta's going anywhere. If Boston's going to completely tear it down. Trey says Lundell's would depend on his run as captain, and he's definitely the next captain. Do you think they'll flip it at some point before Barkov's ready to retire? Give me a second. I got to go turn this air conditioning off. It's freezing in here now. Okay, that's better. Oh, woo! I almost sent the laptop flying. Trey says no. Barkey will have that till he retires. So you're talking about another 6 years, at least 7 years. I mean, I guess Lundell would get it at that point. He'd be old man too at that point too. Kenneth says, yeah, that's a great team-friendly deal for Tavares, no doubt. Exactly, Trey. And unless Zito leaves, he won't be trading him when he's old. I agree there. Yeah. Lundell would be like third. Yeah. So not an old man, but yeah. God, Lundell is so young. I mean, he's been here, 4 years, right? and President's Trophy, Stanley Cup, and then 2 Stanley Cup wins. Just insane. All right, everybody, I got to get ready to roll. I have an appointment this afternoon, so I can't linger too late here today. I didn't get a chance to go fishing, unfortunately, this morning. So obviously, same thing applies. If something happens, I'll do my best to go live. I won't be available for a few hours this afternoon. So, Bill, if you're watching, if you could wait till about 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon to announce the contracts, I'd really appreciate that. Then we can go live, have a nice evening. Yeah, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. I can mow the grass tomorrow. I can get all my yard work done, come in, take a shower, get a nap, Bill, that's when you announce the contracts. We'll go live between 4 if it happens. If it happens. So going to the doctor. Nah. It's an in-home appointment. It's nothing to worry about. I'm not dying. Nobody get excited. I'm still going to be here. All right, everybody. Appreciate all the love and support. Thank you all very much for all the super chats. You all make this happen. And I shall see you hopefully just tomorrow. Don't do anything tonight. Though the Huberto Tkachuk trade went down on a Friday night, though. All right. Pay attention. It went down on a Friday night. That should be interesting.